So let's have a brief look at the 1934 World Cup finals held in Italy. Now, it really seems as though home advantage counts in the World Cup, because in 1930 Uruguay won the World Cup when it was played in Uruguay, and as events transpired, Italy won the World Cup in 1934 when it was played in Italy. Yeah, and also it's interesting to note that in 1934 there were only two teams from South America. Yeah, namely Brazil and Argentina. Now, strangely, Uruguay, who won the World Cup in 1930, as we've just mentioned, they did not participate in the 1934 World Cup. I think this was their objection to the fact that only 4 European teams played, so they thought they wouldn't go over to Europe to play in the 1934 World Cup. These were the first finals where pre-qualifying games were played to find out which 16 teams were actually going to play in the finals itself. So initially 31 teams participated in these pre-qualifying games, although Chile and Peru withdrew. Even so, the 16 teams who played it out in Italy were not that representative of World Cup football. Now, due to the blurred boundaries between the amateur and professional game, there were no British teams playing in the 1934 World Cup. It's also interesting to note that Italy, despite being the host nation, they still had to qualify to participate in the finals. Now, the first round was basically a knockout stage, and of the 8 games, Italy trounced the USA 7-1. What a match that must have been. And also, Germany beat Belgium 5-2 and Hungary beat Egypt 4-2. Now, apparently there was some suggestion that there was a lot of favouritism from the referees in some of these games. You know, whenever I delve into the annals of World Cup football, it always seems as though there were lots and lots of goals scored. In the 8 games of the first round, there were 43 goals scored. Wow, if only football could be that exciting all of the time. Now, a notable game in the second round was between Italy and Spain. After a freakish first goal, Spain took the lead, and then with the score level at 1-1, when the match was over, the game had to be replayed. It's worthy to note that 7 Spanish players did not play in the replay due to injuries sustained in the very first game. Now, Meazza scored after 12 minutes for Italy in the replay, and this was amidst a blitz of bad Italian fouls. Now, Meazza would find himself playing in the 1938 World Cup finals as well, and it's also interesting to note that he scored 243 goals for Inter Milan, and he played 53 times for Italy. So wow, Meazza, what a player he must have been. Now, of the 8 teams left in the second round, the games are very, very close, but only Czechoslovakia, Germany, Italy and Austria made it through to the semi-finals, with Czechoslovakia beating Germany 3-1 and Italy beating Austria 1-0. Now, in the final itself, between Czechoslovakia and Italy, played on the 10th of June in front of a crowd of 55,000 people, Italy won 2-1, with Orsi scoring an unusual goal after 81 minutes. Now, Schiavo scored Italy's winner after extra time. Wow!